Hello, thank you for joining the channel. So in this video, we want to examine the 2025 NECO Literature-in-English, paper 3, which actually contains multiple choice questions. It actually has two sections. Section A is based on literary appreciation. It contains questions on general knowledge of literature. I want you to pardon my voice. I had sore throat and my voice hasn't really improved. Let's go to number 1 of the question. Number 1 says, the first person narrator in a novel is usually the first person narrator in a novel is usually the A. Alter ego, B. Antagonist, C. Flat character, D. Protagonist, E. Round character. In most first-person narrative prose works, the person telling the story using the pronoun I is always the main character whose journey, growth, or conflict drives the plot, and is usually the protagonist. While a first-person narrator can be a secondary observer, they are almost always the central figure or the primary lens through which the reader experiences the world of the novel. They are, in most cases, the protagonist. Option D. To number 2. The mood of a poet influences his or her. The mood of a poet influences his or her A. Diction, B. Setting, C. Style, D. Theme, E. Tone. Mood refers to the emotional state or feeling of the poet at the time of writing. These emotional states directly affect the choice of words that the writer uses. The choice of words is the diction. The diction, that is option A. Mood can shape tone. We shouldn't forget that. So we could easily go for option E. However, the mood will first determine the writer's choice of word. The diction is to first determine that. It is from the choice of words that the tone will be established or the tone will be determined. To number 3. The noma is a point in drama where crisis is. The noma is a point in drama where crisis is A. Complicated, B. Exposed, C. Introduced, D. Resolved, E. Understood. In drama, the denouement is the final part of a story where the plot events are drawn together and all issues are resolved. All issues are what? Resolved. Option D. Denouement is a point in drama where crisis is resolved. Number 4. The following are features of poetry except. The following are features in poetry except A. Flashback, B. Meter, C. Quatrain, D. Stanza, E. Verse. All of these options belong to poetry except flashback. Flashback actually belongs to drama. Flashback is a feature of drama. Meter, quatrain, stanza, and verse are all features of poetry. The correct option is option A. Let's go to number 5. The major division in a play is. The major division in a play is A. Act, B. Chapter, C. Line, D. Scene, E. Stanza. The correct option is option A. Act. The major division in a play is act. Plays are first divided into acts. Then acts are further divided into scenes. So option D is not the correct option. Option D is the secondary division, not the primary division. The major division, which is the primary division of a play, is the act. Option A. Number 6. The sequence of events in a literary work is. The sequence of events in a literary work is A. Episode, B. Plot, C. Setting, D. Style, E. Theme. The correct option is option B, plot. The plot is the sequence of events. Option A, episode, refers to the distinct events or series of events that form a larger part of narrative. You can find that in soap opera, weekly TV shows. Option C, setting, is the time and place in which the story occurs. Style refers to the distinct way in which a writer expresses his or her ideas through language, while theme is the underlying message or the central idea of a story. So option B remains the correct answer. Let's go to number 7. The act of selecting actors for their specific roles in a play is. The act of selecting actors for their specific roles in a play is A, acting, B, auditioning, C, casting, D, featuring, E, rehearsing. The correct option is option C, casting. Casting is the process of choosing which actor plays which roles in a production. The directors make sure that they choose a character whose real character fits into the role he's about to play. That is casting. Let's go to 8. A poem of 2 lines with similar end rhymes is. A poem of 2 lines with similar end rhymes is A, couplet, B, monostiche, C, quatrain, D, sestet, E, tercet. The correct option is couplet. Option A, a poem of 2 lines with similar end rhyme is a couplet. Option B, monostiche, is a poem or a stanza that contains just 1 line. Option C, quatrain, is a poem or stanza that has 4 lines. Sestet in option D is used to describe a poem or a stanza that contains 6 lines, while tercet in option E is used to describe a poem or a stanza that contains 3 lines. A is the correct option. Let's go to 9. A temporary moment of reprieve in a play is. A temporary moment of reprieve in a play is A, comic relief, B, dramatic monologue, C, epilogue, D, interlude, E, prologue. Okay, the correct option here is option D, interlude. A temporary moment of reprieve in a play is interlude, is an interlude. In the context of a play, an interlude is a brief period of time between the main sections or acts that provides a pause from the primary action. Number 10. Pick the odd item from the following. Pick the odd item from the following. Whenever you see this kind of question, it means you should pick the option that is different from the rest. A, alliteration, B, allusion, C, assonance, D, onomatopoeia, E, pun. All of these options are sound devices except allusion. Allusion is the correct option. Allusion is different. Alliteration, assonance, onomatopoeia, and pun are all sound devices, but allusion is not. Let's go to number 11. Octave and sestet are features of dash sonnet. Octave and sestet are features of dash sonnet. A, Italian, B, Metonic, C, modern, D, Shakespearean, E, Spenserian. Octave and sestet are features of Italian sonnet. Option A, Italian sonnet. An Italian sonnet is structurally divided into 2 distinct parts. The first stanza has 8 lines, which is an octave. The second stanza usually contains 6 lines, which is a sestet. Remember that the Italian sonnet is also called the Petrarchian sonnet. Let's go to number 12. A major distinguishing feature between novel and short story is A major distinguishing feature between novel and short story is the A, development, B, length, C, setting, D, structure, E, theme. The correct option is option B, length. A major distinguishing feature between novel and short story is the length. The short story is usually smaller in size in volume than the novel. Let's go to number 13. Epitaph is A or an. Epitaph is A or an. A, inscription on a monument. B, inscription on a tombstone. C, poem of 14 lines. D, poem of lamentation. E, poem of praise. Epitaph is an inscription on a tombstone. Option B. A tombstone is a grave, so epitaph is an inscription on a grave. Option B. Number 14. A novelist is to prose what a dash is to drama. Is that correct? Let's see. Number 14. Is there no mistake there? Okay. A novelist is to prose what a dash is to drama. A, playwright. B, producer. C, prompter. D, scriptwriter. E, stage manager. The correct option is option A, playwright. A novelist is to prose, while a playwright is to drama. I think we're supposed to have while there. That's a little mistake. While a playwright is to drama, option A. Let's go to number 15, the last question for this video. Twinkle, twinkle, little star exemplifies. Twinkle, twinkle, little star exemplifies the use of A, assonance. B, meter. C, onomatopoeia. D, refrain. E, rhyme. Twinkle, twinkle, little star exemplifies the use of assonance. Option A, assonance. Assonance is the repetition of the same vowel sound. In this case, the E, the short E sound, is repeated in twinkle, twinkle, little star. Twinkle, there is the E sound. The other twinkle, there is the E sound. And even little, there is the E sound. So, option A is the correct option. So we end the video on this note. We continue from number 16 in the next video relating to literature or literary appreciation. I want to thank you for watching my videos, and I'm using this opportunity to implore you to subscribe to my channel. You are free to share this video with your classmates, with your friend, even in your groups, just to help this channel to grow. Thank you. Bye-bye.